Hi guys, and welcome to the Philosophical podcast. I am your host today. I have been given hosting privileges from Emon, who also joins me. I also have my co-hosts. What's your name again? Lou and Luca. There we go.
Hello.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
You guys got done dirty.
Don't even remember our names.
I was actually going to save that joke for a later podcast, but it just kind of come out then. Right. Anyway, okay. So, welcome to the Philosophical podcast.
We don't need this right now.
Right. Today we'll be going over our schedule for today. You can find the timestamps in the description below. But today we'll be going down. We'll be doing the big news of the week. So basically, we'll just be talking about general anime news, latest like manga things and stuff like that. And then we'll be discussing what we've been reading and watching during the week, like what we've been watching on the channel, what Lou and Luca have been doing during this week. Then we'll be doing a post of the week where we are on Twitter quite a lot. So we'll be choosing like our favorite post, like whether it's a debate or an opinion, and just going over it, basically talking about it. We have a meme of the week where we'll be going over like our favorite memes from the Annie Twitter side of things. And then we'll be doing our recommendation of the week. So now that we've got the schedule out of the way, the first subject is the news of the week. So One Piece and My Hero returning finally after that break. That like My Hero was so close to coming out. I saw the delay on like the Saturday, and it was coming out on the Sunday, and I was so hurt.
Was not happy with that. We was going to do a review on that as well.
We were ready. Because of that, we end up pushing off like loads of our reviews we were going to do that week. Like me and Lou are talking about doing a Jujutsu Kaisen review because we really like that series as well. Hopefully this weekend at some point, Sunday most likely, but we'll see. Sunday. Yep. Quite cool. So One Piece and My Hero returning this weekend. Pretty hyped for us. To be honest, Shonen Jump's been pretty good lately. Also, Emon, you were saying that Food Wars is coming back, right? It's been on a break this week.
Yeah, so it's been on break for a while since we can't mention the name of the certain pandemic that's going around. But yeah,
okay.
Episode 3 finally came out today. Hopefully, I'm gonna do a reaction, which should be out today or by tomorrow.
Okay, nice. And then
Dedication.
We were also gonna do There was a slightly new Jujutsu Kaisen anime trailer with like new added bits. I was gonna get you, Lou. And Emon as well, and everyone could have done this one because Emon and Luca are very much looking forward to the anime adaptation.
Oh boy, yes.
Yeah. I think me and Lou have been hyping up a bit too much. Yeah.
To be fair, I did start reading it. I need to go back to it.
Pull your finger out. Jeez.
The trailer looks sick.
It does look sick, and honestly, with God of High School and the way they're doing their fights, Mappa looks like they're just gonna go off. If they animate it to like that well and they adapt like what the manga has, because the manga, in my opinion, is some of the best like fighting choreography and paneling I've ever seen. So if they do that right, if Mappa do that right, that would be pretty damn sick.
God of High School has given us confidence for Attack on Titan.
It really has.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Also when they did Hajime no Ippo and all that stuff in the past.
You said this before, and I'm like, oh well, then they were built for this. I can see why they chose to take on Jujutsu Kaisen, because it's almost a perfect fit.
It's kind of in some ways kind of underrated as one of the studios.
Yeah, definitely. All of a sudden they've just got so much this year.
They're taking on the project.
They're showing up. Speaking of another Mappa adaptation, there's rumors of Attack on Titan ending in March or April. So how many months is that? That's we're in July now. What, like?
Oh crap, maths.
So it'll be alright. It'll be like 7, 8 months.
Yeah. 7, 8 months.
7, 8
depending
chapters.
on when they do it.
Without delving too much into spoilers, how is everyone feeling about the series ending in 7 or 8 chapters? Concerned or like?
Oh,
concerned.
Concerned.
Yeah, I mean, like the typical cliche where a lot of anime, or mangakas have to rush their endings. That's the only thing I'm kind of concerned about.
See, this is one reason why I don't know. Like maybe I don't know the backstory. Maybe that is happening. But this is the one reason why I have some faith in terms of the fact that Isayama already showed in that event the last panel, but out of context.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so in my head, that means that like he's had this story ready,
planned out.
Yeah, planned out. So whatever the ending
ready
is,
for it to end.
Yeah, like whatever the ending is, whether we like it or not, this is what he wanted. It's not like going to be like a Bleach where it kind of had to end in 3 weeks and that was it, like, or like something like that. It's going to be an actual like it's what he wanted. Whether we like it or not is a completely different story.
Oh.
Yeah, to be fair, I think that's the biggest concern.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just worried for my faves.
For the faves,
I mean,
honestly.
I mean, the other thing
Eren
is,
king.
it is coming out monthly, so he'll have a lot more panels to work with.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. And he does fill those chapters up sometimes when he wants to. You know?
I reckon the last few will probably be a lot bigger than what we're normal.
It might even be like 2 chapters worth. So we might be getting like 9 or 10 even, like chapters.
You know, the typical coloured pages as well. I'm hoping for that as well.
Well, yeah, because also that's another thing. Although none of us read it, but it's worth mentioning. Haikyuu, I'm an anime only. We're all basic anime onlys, other than Luca. But love that series. But worth mentioning, it's coming to it's finishing now.
This week.
Was it 8-year run?
It was 8-year run. I believe is it on the 20th. The final chapter.
Yeah, the 20th is on. Yeah, the final chapter's on the 20th. The color page, if anyone hasn't seen it, is really nice. And like there's not really any spoilers on it if you've watched the anime kind of thing. It's just like a nice color page.
Kind of glad that I got into it so late.
Yeah, honestly,
in its time span.
Now I don't know whether to read or watch it. Like I want to read it so bad now. But now I'm like, now that we're doing the YouTube thing, I think the reactions would be incredible. So I may well end up doing
the thing is, for someone like me, I was watching it from, when it was airing weekly, so I think I think I'll have enough patience for it.
But I know now, because you waited all that time between 3 and 4. Yeah, exactly. I get you. Although, big up Bokuto. Much love, the main man.
Way of the Ace.
The way of the Ace. No, I just wanted to say that because, what was it? It's got my head. But yeah, also another fun topic I found, or like a fun news thing I found when I was going through the news websites today, was so Lou, you watched Megalobox, didn't you? Yeah, we watched it together.
Yeah,
we watched it together.
Yeah, we
did. So Emon's watched it. I knew that. Yeah. Everyone knows that. Emon's watched everything.
Yeah, what was
it? No.
Filthy weebs.
Just call me Mr. Encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia. Do you know what chapter and page this happens? No,
Emon hasn't actually seen daylight for like 10 years.
Yes, yeah, he's just been on anime. No, what was it? No, tomorrow's Joe. Sorry, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, the original.
The original one. So that original creator, where it, like in like what back in the 60s or whatever, 80s. This is his first piece of work in 30 years that he's brought out. But it's basically just like a little mini-series about like the daily life in the pandemic. And I thought that was kind of cute. I don't know why. I thought it was worth mentioning. That he was
seizing the opportunity.
Yeah, I was like, because I think if I read it correctly, because I was reading it this morning on the way to work, it was like he basically done it was like a mini comic thing, like the ones you kind of get in newspapers, like in England and stuff.
Yeah, like the comic strips. Yeah,
the little comic strips. Like they had that in one of the magazines, and he was just doing like one every week or something. And then everyone liked it so much that they actually made it kind of like a mini series. And I was like, that's cute.
Yeah. Is that think of like a vlog but in comic form? That's
comic form, literally.
Dumb.
He was that bored. Oh, but no, I thought that was quite cute. But also, big news this week if you play games.
Big news.
If you're big news. Ghost of Tsushima come out today for us. I don't know when it's gonna be uploaded, but it's Friday right now. We're all pretty excited for it. Been looking forward to it for a while. Playing it in Japanese because ever since that E3 trailer. Play it like I was skeptical, I can't lie, because like I didn't want to get my hopes up. But the one that sold it for me and got me to pre-order was that recent, was it the live stream, the gameplay live stream?
The 20-minute.
State of Play one. Yeah, the 20-minute one. Yeah. The minute I saw the open world in that, I was like, right, this could be sick. This is worth a pre-order, like worth the risk. But yeah, it looked great. I've seen, I'm going to say I've seen mixed reviews so far from like, I don't really trust them anyway, half of them. But like, basically none of them have been under like, none of them have been under like a 7, so I'm like, that's pretty damn good. And
Yeah.
but a lot of the reviews basically say how it's a good game. Really, obviously, like you can't get a 7 without at least being somewhat good. But they just say kind of, I don't know. Some of them were weird. They said like how it basically just stuck to what it was, but didn't really go anywhere beyond that. But to be honest, if it's a samurai game and it's like about like old time Japan, that's all I need. You know? Yeah. They said like the gameplay wasn't like that unique and wasn't that like thing. So I was like, but then they still said it was good. So I'm like, well, okay then.
That's surprising to hear, considering
that's
how everyone's been talking about the new karma system that they've implemented, because these are the same guys that made Infamous, and apparently they've changed it all.
Yeah,
so
and even from the gameplay, like all the stances and stuff, I thought, like I know, like other games recently like have done that, but so maybe that's what they mean. It's like it's not anything like unique to Ghosts, maybe. But I'm like, still, that's pretty, like, if it seems like it has depth. Maybe it doesn't. But it seems like, you know,
like
the fact...
one thing.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry, John.
No, you go.
No, I saw like one thing where they were talking about like the actual Ghost side of it gameplay. So not the actual like all-out samurai. It was more the stealth side of it.
Yeah,
and they were saying that was lacking a little bit. Like it wasn't as
really.
It did obviously in the gameplay for the 20 minutes. A lot of people would probably say that bit looked a lot more unique and cooler. How you were just cool, like in a ninja outfit.
Yeah, the outfit.
But they did that.
On it. Like
apparently, it's not hit as what that gameplay showed.
Yeah, is what it showed. It was pretty. It was more like a basic. But Emon has played it.
I only played 2 hours of it, but yeah. So, I'm not gonna say too much, but yeah, the prologue, is very intense. It's quite emotional as well, but like. Just to give you a general synopsis, it's the Tsushima, the Japan army. The whole island of Tsushima is pretty much taken over by the Mongols, or I don't know if they're actually technically the Mongolians, but but that's what they actually call them, the Mongols. But yeah, so obviously the Tsushima army are all samurai, all honor. They have their own traditions they follow. And they pretty much stick it out. So kind of like going back to what Lou said about the whole stealth aspect, that kind of goes against their code of conduct. So, because they're the type of people who would rather go face to face, take your opponents on. So in the sense of a samurai, they think it's cowardly to stealth kill someone.
Oh,
so
really?
I will leave it at that for that one. But
that's interesting that they put it in. That they put that in, even knowing that, like, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Because like we saw in that gameplay, it seemed like it was going to be like. You choose one or the other. Yeah. So I wonder. Oh, mate, I'm just gonna.
I was wondering if you can switch.
Yeah.
So so the whole assassination thing is pretty much you can go up behind them and just kill them straight out, or you could just go front head on. But they have this thing where they have a showdown mode, which is pretty cool. So
really?
So the whole point of showdown mode is you pretty much go like they do like a cinematic thing. They showed it in the gameplay before, where it's like you go 1v1 against someone. That's quite sick, just for the animation itself. Waypoint's unique, obviously from the gameplay. You saw the whole wind thing. You have to kind of learn to adjust to it, but you do get used to that. Exploration is huge. Like colors, but it's so vibrant. The game itself, the world. It's huge. Honestly,
I've seen some screenshots and it's just like
I've done like a couple of the main missions, but like you get sidetracked. Honestly, I'm like literally just going off and doing my own thing right now, and I'm not gonna give too much away, but honestly, just look out for it. And the main character is Jin, and his whole story and his background is quite deep in terms of how he's got to this point and all the stuff that happens in the prologue. But look, I mean, honestly, all the people that says it's not as good, I mean, give it a chance. You see, just 2 hours of it already gave me a really good impression.
Kind of sold you a bit, Good impressions, good first impressions so far. I'll be playing it tonight. We'll be playing it.
Yeah, same. But people are always overcritical with anything that's like very popular or
it's got lots of hype,
like highly anticipated.
A
lot of people they automatically just want to have the anti it's not as good as everyone think it is. Like there's always people like that of everything. So
I mean, the most recent one was like Last of Us 2. Like gameplay is amazing.
That was a game that was all.
But the whole controversy is the story, isn't it? Like
yeah. But people were like that with Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. If you're like some of the hardcore fans were like,
I'm not going into that.
Yeah, it's a long debate if we go into that.
That will be a long debate if I start on that.
I mean, one thing we'll say is we all loved the remake. So.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so hyped for part 2. Oh, I could write about that. I'm not. I can't do it. I can't do that here. Cannot do that.
No, yeah, that for another video.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to be. I have to wait.
I mean, we'll give you another update on our whole reviews on Ghost of Tsushima once we played it a bit more for I don't know what the
definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Like next week we'll talk about it, and like we might even do a video or something on it. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. That'd be a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay.
There's another game.
Another game? Oh!
Yeah, because obviously we want to do so. Yeah, Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail.
That got delayed a lot, but we're finally going to get it out end of this month.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives me a bit, for me, because I've already pre-ordered it, gives me some time to play Ghost of Tsushima, then I can move on to Fairy Tail.
Yeah, there you go.
The first Fairy Tail game they're releasing, JRPG, turn-based, but it looks really good. In terms of plot, I think it starts from the time skip pretty much, so... That's like 120 episodes in from the anime, but I don't know how different they're going to go with the game itself. But looking at the gameplay itself, your typical JRPG, but it looks really good.
It does look really good. Honestly, I can't believe I stopped watching it just before that. I need to get back on it.
He was on one of my favorite arcs, which was the Tenrojo.
It was getting good, and then I just never got back to it because of time. But I will one day. But the game does look sick, like based on the screenshots and stuff, and I love a good JRPG.
Yeah,
man. And if they pull that off, I hope it does well. Purely because I would like more anime games like that. But that's my personal preference, just because I like those type of games.
It's interesting they've gone for turn-based.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does from the gameplay itself. It does work how they've done it. But I know what you mean though. Like,
it's like
think of full-on combat.
Even if we talk about it, like the most recent turn-based game is Persona.
Persona's the main one right now.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say though, I love Persona. I love like my favorite game of all time is still like Final Fantasy VII. So I've always grown up with turn-based games.
Yeah,
I fucking love them.
Yeah. They're just it's an unusual thing I think for them to choose. It's very different. Which might be a good thing
for the first game, I think they want to see how it goes. If they're gonna stick with JRPG.
I think it might be a good choice, just because there's not many turn-based games. And if they do it well, then it can be really good.
If you think about it, a lot of games tend to do like the combat. You know, you got My Hero. Obviously, My Hero needs to be combat, but you got One Punch Man and all that, and they don't always necessarily work out. Being arena games or anything like that.
Because they're all arena games. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like there's too many.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the minute it's an anime, it's an arena game. I could write about that.
They probably took that into account, seeing how there's been 2 My Hero games and neither of them have been received amazingly well.
Yeah, I love and long may they continue. I love Pirate Warriors, but again, it's like arena type game. It's just not a fighting game. They're all like the same that type of thing. And while it is it makes it really free flowing and it makes it really thing. I like the idea of making a competitive anime fighting game like Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's such a good idea, although Arc System kind of effed up the online. But that's just Arc System.
The whole fighting community is already a mess as it is. So.
In a mess, that's true.
Let's not hit on that.
No, we don't need to hit on that. But
it's true. But no, that's what I mean though. Is I'd like more games like that, more unique games like Fairy Tail and stuff like that. Try different genres out,
It'll be a breath of fresh air. Probably,
the problem is also because 90% of the anime games come out of Bandai Namco, and they do the same thing.
No, that's the thing with Bandai Namco. It's kind of hit or miss. Not every game is successful.
I'm not saying that some of them are reskins, but they're the same type of games. But I was about to say Tokyo Ghoul because Tokyo Ghoul, what is it like? It was meant to be, even though no one plays it, so it kind of effed up. But it was meant to be online. Strategy based or strategy in terms of tactics you choose this class for this, right? Which is exactly what Shinobi Strikers
I was gonna say Shinobi Strikers literally that.
And it's it's just always the same thing. They don't ever go outside the box unless they give it to someone like Kawaii Tecmo who's done it now with Fairy Tail. I I don't know. I could have ranted about that for ages.
Oh, by the way, we were like top 100 when the game first came out for Shinobi Strikers.
Strikers full on.
We got slightly early, and we seshed it a lot. Me and Jordan.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, that was such a. I actually really enjoyed that game. If they made more like that, but like just, it was just like it's
your typical Bandai, yeah.
Yeah, typical Bandai, like a good solid basis of a game, good solid foundation, but just stupid stuff that ruined it.
Yeah,
like
they have all the multiplayer modes.
You couldn't pick what online mode you played and stuff like that. Like, what was that about?
Yeah.
And then I don't know, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I like that. To me, that game made me like feel like you was like Naruto. Like that game was just like the whole like controls and everything. I really liked like how you controlled the character and everything was just like amazing. I thought. Even
the simple like running on walls and all that, they did pretty well.
That's what I mean. Like the stages were sick. Yeah. There should have been more stages.
Oh, definitely,
but the stages were sick. The stages were sick.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, writing off about that. Let's go into the discussion section then. So we'll talk about what we have been watching this week. So, we could talk about what we've been watching on the channel. So if anyone's like up to date with the channel, then they know we've been watching. Was it God of High School?
God of High School, yeah. Deca-Dence.
Deca-Dence. We watched Rent a Girlfriend last week.
That was last week.
Yeah, last week, wasn't it? Because the new episode's coming out today. As we're recording.
And I've done a Ahiru Sora if you're into basketball.
Yep. I need to get up to date with that because I love myself a good sports show. But no, so why don't we start with God of High School? So, I mean, actually, everyone's watched God of High School at this point. I just realised this. Like, we've done the reaction videos, but we've all watched it. So
slightly delayed.
Slightly delayed.
Okay.
But alright, for me, if anyone's seen the reaction, like I was pretty hyped. Safe to say, I think me and Eva were pretty hyped.
It was better than the first episode. Like
the first episode I thought was like first episode I liked. I was like, okay, I've gone into this pure meathead. All I want is good fights, and it gave me that, and I was like, that's good. 8, 9 out of 10.
First episode was funny, to be fair.
It was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
And then that second episode hit, and I was like, that was so sick. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I get too invested too easy, but man, like
that fight was so good.
It was so good.
Gene is go-to.
Gene turning up. Honestly, that bit that's.
But the other one, Park Mujin, he looks like
honestly, I'm
like
so
a
interested
final boss
in him.
fight. Honestly, like he's like one of those kind of characters.
Yeah, I love his design. I think like he looks sick. He's gonna be mean. He's gonna be a horrible person.
Oh, yeah,
but I'm like, but can I still stand? That's the question. That's what I want.
That's never been an excuse for you.
That's never stopped you before.
Can we talk about his ability? Because obviously he has the cross on his hand.
The cross.
Yeah. It looks like some sort of gravitational pull or whatever it is. Like you can't seem to move, but you're in the cross shape. When Jin wasn't doing that.
Yeah. He just straight up. I was like, why the hell is this man T-posing on the floor? And it was like, oh, okay. Yeah, straight up, and it was like bang, and it was like, oh, okay, and he couldn't even talk. It was like, man, and it was like, and then I think we spoke about it. I can't remember if we saw it in the video, but we were saying after like how, so he could do that like to that smaller scale, but he could also do it on the fucking island.
Yeah, it got to the point where the US got involved. I like how they actually meet the Pentagon, and Park Mujin just showed out of nowhere. We don't know what happened, but he clearly, started some shit up, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm really intrigued to see how the world reveals itself because it clearly not everyone is as powerful as the characters we know.
No,
So
there are normal people.
It's gonna be interesting to see what makes them so powerful.
Yeah, and this whole, to be honest, they really they kind of explained what it is, but not why it happened, why it's happening, like the whole God of High School tournament, and how they're so powerful.
But this is just the preliminaries. This isn't even the tournament. No, it's like qualifiers.
Yeah, to get to the main thing. Yeah.
Oh man.
The other thing I was going to say is, do we think that Jin is the strongest in the tournament, and he's just going to?
Well, it depends what happens with these punishments, isn't it? After
really
episode 2.
But the thing is, we don't even know what what Han is like.
Yeah.
I really like.
And isn't this just one bracket? Aren't there more brackets that we haven't seen?
Yeah, because funny enough, actually, did anyone else see the preview for the next episode? Come out today.
Yeah.
So basically, without like saying anything, it is going to continue the brackets. Like the next fight's going to happen and stuff like that.
It's just what happens. It's just pretty much what happens with Jin, because obviously he interfered in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, but I was going to say. But but what I'm interested in is like they said how about like having a wish and stuff, but these people like the judges and stuff, like the people like looking after. Clearly are like stronger, right? Like they're clearly like much stronger. Yeah. I'm wondering if like maybe if you win, you do get like that kind of power, like in terms of like because like Part Mugen and that too, like they seem to be on like different levels, man. It might just be because it's like beginning of the series type deal.
Yeah.
But like no, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes. Yeah. Like I said, like I'm already like I get too invested in characters too easy, but that trio, man, like I love them. I think they're great.
Do you know, there was a character in it, and he reminds me of Midorima from Kuroko. You know, the guy with the book. He's always reading the little book.
You know, every time we watch it, I would look forward to him. Honestly, just No. Do you know who you reminded me of? Sorry, it was Kakashi when he did the makeup.
The way he
Kakashi, as well.
Yeah.
Always reading the little book.
Yeah, and then like that was sick.
How casual he is. It's brilliant.
Yeah. He's quite precise.
He just starts. He just kind of pokes him and whacks him.
He's like all one hand.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he's reading as well. He's just disposing of people.
Yep. That's fucking great.
Should we move on to Deca-Dence? That was
Deca-Dence. I don't know.
Not spoiling too much, but what the fuck?
I think we're gonna have to go into spoiler territory. There's no way we can.
We can't say too much, but it's literally a U-turn from the first episode. Like it will throw you off completely.
What genre I thought the anime was completely done a U-turn in the second episode. Oh no, not completely.
Literally, our whole reaction is I'm confused. Like honestly, throughout the whole thing.
Thanks to that random person that like
explained it.
Gave you the whole lore.
Gave me the lore.
Well, no, I mean, to be fair, we did think that was it, but we weren't 100% sure.
We weren't 100% because it was just all happening, and you have to watch it that one for you. We couldn't go back and watch it again, like. So it was like. And then when I found out it was like an original anime, I'm like, so we're not even going to be able to like find an explanation of like it online, like full on like factual.
No. But yeah, I mean.
But man, it's interesting.
It's interesting, but it's not what I was expecting.
Do you know what? I know this is like a really bad because honestly, maybe I'll be completely wrong. But it was like saying that I wasn't expecting, but not even necessarily saying I wanted from that series. Like I was enjoying it from what was shown on episode 1.
Yeah, like we thought it was gonna be like your typical survival of humanity kind of thing.
And I thought the whole like like the whole gravity like machines and stuff they had, like the maneuver gear was sick, and like the creatures they were facing. And now to find out in episode 2 that they're not like, I don't know, it's weird. But then
so we'll just say one thing: it's a game. That's all we know.
It went from like survival to like an isekai, and it was like
that's what it is in a nutshell. Yeah,
Attack on Titan to Sword Art Online, and I'm so confused. But
that is probably the best way of describing it. Yeah,
and I was like, what? But then at the same time, still looks very animation on point. It's very pretty.
But there's just not much explanation.
And it still has a lot of potential. But now it's like the potential it could potentially be a 2 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, depending on where they go with this concept. To be honest. But no, I'm looking forward because I'm more intrigued. Like whereas like God of High School, I'm really hyped. This one, I'm more like intrigued to see where it goes and if I'll like it or not.
Yep, definitely.
But I thought it was an interesting episode. Really didn't know what to think of it, but no, it was decent. It was decent.
Yeah. What else do we have?
Right, what else? We watched Rent a Girlfriend episode 1, like last week. That was interesting. That was
very interesting. It's like treat it like as your typical main protagonist with a harem. That is
harem. That's gonna happen.
Like, it's
like
literally waifu. His waifu was, but like, I forgot her name. Was it Mizuhara or something? I can't remember her name now. It's been like a week now.
I was about to say Natsume, but I think that's Deca-Dence.
Natsume is Deca-Dence. I can tell you that.
That's Deca-Dence.
But either way, I did like. Yeah, he is. Isn't he? I know the main guy is it starts with K now, doesn't it? Jeez, we're so bad with the names right now.
Wow,
it's all falling apart.
Yeah, it is falling apart. I can't remember. No. It's the same name as the guy from Tekken. Jeez.
Tekken. Yeah. I know exactly.
Kaguya. No.
It's not Kaguya.
Kaguya.
It's not quite Kaguya. He's gonna look it up either way. Okay, but I'll explain the thing anyway. Yeah, but like, so it's your typical thing where he's desperate for a girlfriend.
Kazuya, that's his name.
Kazuya, that was it. Yeah,
Kazuya.
Yeah. I should know this from Tekken.
I saw this character called Kanojo, and I'm sure his name was not Kanojo.
Don Kanoji.
Kazuya is basically like in the space of like one day, probably spent like 300-400 quid. Like,
the man's too
he's a baller.
Well, it's not exactly his money; it's his dad's money. Yeah, his dad gave him money for uni.
He spent it on renting a girlfriend for a day. And I'm disgusted by this man. He's simping too hard.
But the whole hospital scene and all that. But yeah, like we're not gonna say too much, but it's quite funny. Give it a go. It was honestly. Fun. Yeah,
it was fun. It was cute.
I'm tempted to watch it. I
like the girl. Kazuya is just full on a simp and a bit too horny, but like I'm interested to see where it goes.
Hey, it's waifu wars.
Basically Sanji.
I want to know, like, because obviously these other girls come into it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but one of them's gonna be his ex.
Oh yeah, one of them.
And that's the issue I have.
Based on that opening, if anyone's watched the opening, I feel like she's going to be like a crazy Twitter user because that's what it looked like in the opening.
Although one,
I'm just inhales on the keyboard.
We'll put it this way, like Luke, you know, right? If you have like a private account or something, it's like a padlock, isn't it? Like So basically, like the opening has a section where like she's like really pretty, really like okay, and then she goes like into this really like fucked up face, and then she's like got the Twitter feed where she's got like a locked thing and she's like replying to loads of people. I'm like, is she just an internet troll? Is that what it's gonna be? If so, that
I guarantee she is gonna be loose. But yeah, she's gonna be a psycho, guarantee you.
Because she was like too perfect.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh my god.
But yeah,
no,
I mean,
it was decent. Yeah, that's basically what we watched. I've started watching Great Pretender. I'm not that far in, no, but I like it so far. I'll probably do like a video on it or something once I finish it, if I like stick with it. But so far, really good. Still Stan Witt Studio. Their animation's always on point, and so far it's really funny. Well,
I've got Ahiru Sora.
Of course, yeah.
It was a really good episode. So. Is Maru Shinmaru, or whatever the school's name is, versus Yokohama Tai. Thanks to someone in the comments, he did clarify that Yokohama, I think they were the second best in the prefecture, but they basically is so the captain is the episode's heavily focused on Chiba the captain, the spiky hair dude, the guy who is voiced by the guy who does the voice for Zoro and that.
Oh, okay. And voice of Gene, that means.
Yeah. I think so. I think it's Zoro's. Or but either way, it was quite a raw, emotional match. But Yokohama Tai, they are very overpowered. So kind of like treat like Kuroko with like Aomine and all that. Like just think of it like that. But like that team has like 2 aces, which I don't know how to describe.
That's crazy. They got the duo.
They got a duo, but yeah. No, but one of them's the first year.
They got the LeBron and AD.
No, but basically that first year. The orange-haired kid, he beat Kite pretty easily, and Kite is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
But give it a watch. It's really good.
I need to. I got up to date because I started watching it, and no, it looks good. It looks good, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Right. So, Lou, what have you been watching or reading this week?
So I caught up with with My Hero. Sorry, not Attack on Titan. Yeah. Caught up with My Hero, which was interesting read.
Finally.
A lot.
We are all caught up
to take in. A lot to take in.
Yeah. So
like
you basically caught up from like I'm worried. So you basically caught up from like the anime, right? Like, but in terms like not yet just yesterday, but like in terms of it. Like,
no, so like
it was you went through the villain arc and stuff.
Yeah, I went through Class A verse 1B.
That was it.
Then villain arc, and then obviously the current arc.
Straight up.
Yeah, I think I do think that the villain arc's probably my favourite so far.
God,
just because they get more screen time.
Yeah.
Because like
this man's still
you knew no, but I feel like that's got to be everyone's opinions because you've seen the class and you've seen the heroes now.
I know a lot of people still like this arc and they like Overhaul. But the villains, man, I love the fucking.
I have to put this out there, like it's very rare for animes to give a whole arc to a villain.
Villain.
It's so unique, and it was, and it was done so well.
The backstory.
It does so much for the characters.
Development
for where we are now as well.
Yeah.
Like looking back on that arc, where we are now, it's done so much for them.
But yeah, for anyone that's an anime only viewer, honestly, every arc just seems to get better and better.
Better and better. Was it season 5?
Season 5 will be the next season. Yeah.
Season 5 is going to be a banger. If they actually do,
huge.
If they do end up covering the villain arc and
the first bit's going to be the class,
class
well, maybe,
yeah.
I feel like the way that not that they rush it, but how quickly they kind of go through stuff with My Hero. That could only be like the first few episodes.
Yeah. Depend. I mean, they could stretch. I mean, the thing is, they could just stretch out. Yeah,
they could still stretch out
the fights, but yeah.
Depends. Like they could if they wanted to, just like do the class 1AB and have the villain arc, and that'd be it for season 5.
Nope. Luca's gone.
We lost Luca.
No, that's fine. We'll carry on.
But no, yeah. But yeah, they could do that, but honestly, look, the rate that they he's back. No, the rate the episodes have been like
making entrances like Shigaraki though.
Huh?
I said he's making entrances like Shigaraki though.
He's making entrances like Shigaraki.
Everything just stopped for some reason. I don't know.
He just all stopped. No, it's fine. What was it?
And then I also read this other manga that I've been reading called Bone Collection.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like it's quite new. So the first chapter came out in like April. It's had like 11 chapters. It's pretty good. It's not like, so far it's not got like a massive in-depth story. It's just easy to read.
Is it like it hasn't hooked you yet, or is it like? Yeah.
I mean, the how he gets his power is interesting.
Yeah.
But it started off like quite comedic, and I didn't think it was ever going to be like anything quite serious. But the more recent chapters, it's like started to build more of a depth to the story, and like it's still he's finally announced his goal in the story. He's basically an exorcist, so he's a school kid, but he's an exorcist, and they basically have like yokais, so like demons, like spirits. It seems like it might have got a little bit of inspiration from Bleach. Maybe because of that whole thing. Because they have like the yokai come from like their own like realm sort of thing.
Yeah,
but
that reminds me a lot of a series called, I didn't watch it all, but it was like Neuro Rise of the Yokai Clan, where they had all that as well.
Yeah.
But no, that was
so good. They have like different ratings for yokais. They have like S rank, triple S rank, double S rank. So far, the only thing I know, I think the highest is triple S rank.
Yeah.
But basically, like, and then ones that aren't, some of them are able to live with humans, but usually the exorcist's main jobs are to defeat yokais or to hunt down corrupt exorcists.
Okay.
Who basically like take bribes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So,
but like the main premise is basically like there's this yokai who just pops up in front of him, out of nowhere, and she's basically a yokai ruler. But her dream is to become human. She doesn't want to be a yokai. She wants to,
that is interesting.
And
that's pretty good.
And then basically there's like this forbidden spell that the exorcists aren't allowed to use called the yokai spell, and it basically allows you to sort of merge with the yokai to like gain power.
Right. Okay.
So it's like an exorcist and a yokai working together. That's why it's mainly forbidden.
Yeah.
But only certain exorcists are able to do it, and basically he can, and he's not a very good exorcist, and that's what's made him like reach higher heights, because she's like a triple S rank yokai ruler. And basically the whole point why it's called Bone Collection is that he uses her bones as weapons. And they're all different weapons. That's how she's going to become human.
That sounds quite cool.
Once all of her bones go, she becomes more human.
I'll have to check it out.
So it's pretty interesting. It's worth a read.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still only 11 chapters. The new one comes out in like 2 days. Comes out Sunday, probably. Yeah, Sunday. So that's interesting.
I'm not going to talk about it, but I do want to give out a shout out. Now that you've mentioned that series, I want to give out a shout out to Time Paradox Ghostwriter, because I think that's a really good series. But there's like the main reason is because there's a big plot twist in like chapter 7. So I don't want to say nothing, but give it a read.
Yeah.
Especially if you like Bakuman.
Watch Jordan's review if you're caught up.
Yeah. I made a review on it. I really like the series. I'm hoping to do more because I really did enjoy doing that review because I'm actually fascinated with where the story's going to go. That's another series where it could, in my opinion, has so much potential, but it could fall flat. But that's what's kind of interesting me and keeping me reading. But yeah, check that out.
The last thing I read, it wasn't. I left this one to last because it's only a small bit. I carried on reading Rurouni Kenshin. Basically finished like the little arc that it was on. Basically, the police have just arrested Kanru. He's basically like an opium drug lord.
Right.
That's basically what happens, and there's like this really, really strong character who's in it called Ayoshi. He's not in. He's literally just got away. So he's like, don't let anyone beat you, Kenshin, because I want to be the one to do it. And sort of what happened. But that's interesting. I do like the characters in it.
It's very good. It's very good series. But unfortunately, there's a lot of controversies with the author. Not going to get into too much.
I heard about this.
They did bring technically the manga did come back and then it went on hold. So, right. I think they only do like 2 chapters.
So it's like technically unfinished.
They technically wrapped up the original series.
They wrapped up the original series.
It's kind of like what they do with Fairy Tail. Like Fairy Tail's finished, but then they brought it back as Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest.
Okay.
You nearly got me sweating there because I was like, don't tell me I'm reading something that ain't finished.
Ain't finished.
No.
I'm never gonna know. That's torture.
But in terms of like a classic anime, it's very good. It's very good. Definitely give it a watch. But
big F out to the Hunter x Hunter stands. Honestly,
I was reading that, and then when you read one, when the chapter came back, oh look, it's. But to be fair with Hunter x Hunter, the author, he got ill, so that's why it got delayed for that one.
He's playing tue much Dragon Quest.
He's playing too much Dragon
Quest. that was meme around
that was the
Twitter.
Yeah,
I loved it. Oh man, that's another series I haven't watched. I need to actually watch it.
Surprisingly, I have watched it.
Yep, you have.
But we'll talk about that another day, I think.
Yeah, he has that one over me. To be fair, another classic I haven't seen. I'm a weak weeb.
It depends on which Hunter and all that you're talking about.
Yeah, no, wasn't
the classic one or the new one.
Speaking of that, Luca, I hear you've been reading a bit of My Hero material this week.
So I haven't really been doing much. I watched that got to high school, and then I ordered these light novels. They're canon material for My Hero. There's like quotes at the end from Horikoshi saying he would like to add more of these sort of stories into main.
Yeah, but you just can't fit.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's nothing. They're nothing special. It's mostly just comic relief stuff and like.
But that's what you kind of like about Class 1A and stuff, and like their bonds with each other and stuff like that.
Exactly. It reveals a bit more like in those moments where the whole class is together, like you sort of realise that they all do know each other because
very well.
When you're watching it, you know some characters interact a lot more than others. But after reading this, you get the feeling like all these kids are tight.
Yeah. And like some other characters are like bigger figures than you think in the class, and it makes sense because
exactly, everyone's got a distinct personality.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember you mentioning the other day how like Invisible Girl, how like it makes sense.
She's got a lot of dialogue in this,
Yeah, and it makes sense when I think back to like the moments where it is kind of like comic relief with Class 1A and stuff because she's always involved in like those kind of moments anyway.
Yeah.
So actually having a whole book on like those kind of moments, it makes sense that she's actually a big like social figure, I suppose, in the class.
I will say, like, don't expect like Coda to have like an insanely detailed dialogue or monologue if you're going to read it.
I mean, the character doesn't even talk.
He's just shy.
But
shy. He's timid.
But that's
these books, they get that point across a lot better. Like, he's just a shy guy. Like, you're not going to hear much from him. That's the end of it. Mm-hmm. He has some internal thoughts and stuff which you can read, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I want to throw one question out for you. if you don't mind. What was your favourite bit you've read so far? Just give us like it'd probably be a Bakugo bit, but go for it.
No, okay. There's actually quite a few Bakugo bits that I find really heartwarming, but my favourite bit is actually a teacher's bit.
Okay.
So the whole teaching faculty goes out for like drinks.
Okay, yep.
That's cool.
Typical Japanese
as like a night out.
I could imagine where this is going.
Yeah, each one of them represents like a different type of drunk person.
Oh wow!
As I was reading it, I was like, I'm definitely Midnight.
I was gonna say you're gonna be looking out for Midnight. She's gonna be like wild. I guarantee.
What she does, she mixes her drinks, and I'm like, I do that all the fucking time. Jordan would be 13. Like his speech just gets impaired after a certain I think Lou would be Aizawa. Like he seemed like. Aizawa was a weird one because he speaks so normally and he seems like he's completely sober, but you realise like instead of talking to someone's face, he's like talking to a lamp. Like,
that actually hurt.
I love lamp.
That's the most hurtful thing that Luke has ever said to me.
And then Emon, you don't drink, right? So you would be All Might.
Oh, okay. All right, you know, I'll take that. I will take that. Hey.
I thought I was gonna be like Vlad King or something, or whatever.
Vlad King like cries, like which is really funny.
Oh, he's proper emotional, isn't
he? He's so
that's
big.
Like Tom Lowe. That's like Tom.
Yeah, that makes so much.
Oh, what about the hound dog guy?
Oh, the hound, he collects like bones and stuff, and like.
so it's just.
Oh my god, we're gonna get a crossover from Bone Collection. That's crazy.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Bone collection.
Oh man, I really thought like your favorite bit was just going to be that out of context for you sent me saying like I'm your daddy, and I was like, god damn.
Oh, that bit was funny.
All right. You need to actually give us context now. I know it's out of context, but you can't leave us hanging.
So it was in the fourth one. Each one is about like 250 pages long, by the way. So there's quite a few short stories. This one was in the fourth book. It was Class B's like Romeo and Juliet, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings play thing.
Yeah.
And so it was a dialogue between Monoma and Tetsu. And so they had like a Star Wars Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker sort of bit.
Oh no!
Where Tetsu, who's the villain, reveals himself as Monoma's father.
But wasn't that actually in the anime? I remember.
He says, I'm your daddy.
Because in
and he shouts, I'm your daddy.
But I don't think they did it like that in the anime.
Yeah.
It's a whole chapter of that play, so it's like really interesting.
To be fair,
that's cool.
To be fair,
it's honestly, it's really funny, and it's if you like My Hero and you like Class 1A and the teachers, I think you'll like it.
Definitely recommend. Honestly, I kind of want to read it if I could actually. Like, oh man, I'm so bad at reading sometimes. Like committing to it. Luckily, but
it's casual reading because you can read like one story and then stop, and then the next story is something completely different.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good.
That's fair. That's cute as hell. Nah, man, with all the My Hero hype lately,
that's why I picked them up because I've been needing a fix in between chapters at the moment.
That 1 week break, I needed something.
In terms of what I'll be doing now that I'm done with these, because I have finished them all, I'm going to start reading Bleach probably on Sunday.
Hell yeah, let's go.
And then we'll talk about that in the next podcast.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I can't wait for Luca to hate this.
I am gonna cry if Luca hates this. You don't.
It'll be 3 versus 1 here, so I don't know.
I said this before. I want Luca's genuine opinion.
Yeah.
Like on the podcast stuff, I'll try not to argue with him about it. I'll just be like, okay, if that's what you think, and I'll try and I'll give my opinion to an extent. But I really just want to know what like a first-time reader's reaction to things are now, because as much as I love it, and I really do think it deserves more credit. I am obviously biased, like clearly biased. So obviously it means a lot more to me, like in terms of, as a series. So I give it more love than maybe it should get, but I still think it deserves more love. Basically, is what I'm saying. It's maybe overrated in my heart, but underrated in most people's, in my opinion.
But that's kind of like any anime that gives you nostalgia or anything from your childhood.
That's what I mean.
It doesn't matter how crap it is.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not saying Bleach is crap. Bleach is amazing. But like, any kind of anime, you'd always be attached to it, no matter how poor animation or anything. It's what you grew up with.
It's what you grew up with.
So just so you know, Luca, he's given you basically the go ahead to say whatever you want to hurt his feelings, and he can't say nothing back.
Yeah, we're
gonna give Luca a list of characters to hate on, just to.
I've said to Luca, right, like talking from like general standpoint, I don't think I feel like I don't think he'll like dislike it, right? I wouldn't recommend it to him if I thought he'd dislike it, but I also I don't see it being like to him like another One Piece, Like
no,
like My Hero.
There's a difference.
Because to me, I think
difference.
he's my hero. He's my hero
Bleach.
Is like my Bleach because he loves that series so much, and I love it as well. But not to the point Luca loves it.
Like nothing. I can't see anything topping it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So... I love Attack on Titan and One Piece, but My Hero.
You know what? For Luca, it kind of suits him in the sense because obviously he started watching anime properly a lot later, and My Hero, that kind of suits your kind of like the anime generation for that bit for you, Luca.
That's true.
And
then Bleach was around ours. What was it like? Because I started getting into it early mid 2000s and stuff. So
I'm gonna be too old about this.
I want fucking. Yeah, I used to watch Dragon Ball and stuff, and that's why I got onto Bleach. But I can't give Dragon Ball the credit why I got into anime. The reason I got into anime was fully Bleach.
That's fair enough.
I give it that.
Dragon Ball, but the first stuff for me was Naruto.
Naruto.
What I actually called anime. Yeah.
I really want to rewatch Naruto Part 1. I want to watch that as well. Anyway, that's not the subject.
Moving on.
No, I'm looking forward to Luca. What I'm looking forward to, and also despising Luca watching Bleach. Honestly, I really want to know what you think.
You won't get the same response from Jordan as you get from me, because if there's characters I like and you don't like,
I
might have to terminate talking to you. These podcasts might have to come separate.
I'll just start on My Hero one.
Hell yeah! Can I be the Shiggy-san? I'll be the villain in the podcast. No, what was it? Okay, cool. So now we've all talked about what we read and watched during the week. So we, like I said before, we are avid Twitter users. So we're gonna find each week we're gonna try and find a Twitter post or any kind of post, even if it's not on Insta or something.
Mm-hmm.
Could be just something funny, or it could be a discussion. So Luca has our post for this week. He found it, so I feel like he should present it.
Yeah, so I've been keeping my eye out for stuff, and I came across this one that I thought we could discuss for a little bit.
Yep.
The tweet is from someone called @m_doodoo49.
Oh, very nice name.
And so the tweet itself was a video of Garp walking towards Akainu at Marineford as Ace is dying.
Yeah.
Well, fuck them both, to be honest.
Yes.
No, but
and the
says what
caption,
everyone's thinking, really.
Yeah.
And the caption is, "Nah, let him at him. I'm trying to see." So basically, who would win in a fight?
Who would win? Yep.
Between if Garp had been allowed to, fight Akainu before Sengoku stopped him.
Yep.
Okay.
So
do you mind if I go first for this? Because I mean, these guys know, but Ace is my favorite character in that series, and a lot of anime, a lot of my favorite characters seem to die. So that's a running theme that's going.
Archie.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, most One Piece fans hate Akainu because he's a dick. Yeah. As a character, how Oda made him is a very good, I don't know,
I still think it's still stuff coming
villain
from
kind
him
of.
well.
He's not a villain, but he is a villain. It's kind of, I don't know how you describe it, but no. But the whole thing with Garp and Akainu, I feel like Garp hands down would win that so confidently because, first of all, he told Sengoku to hold him back, and the fact that Garp doesn't have a devil fruit, but the fact that Garp and Sengoku had history fighting friggin' Goldie Roger.
See, this is it.
So
that's what changed my opinion.
That's what
completely.
I'm saying. because that power scaling is on another level. If we're going to go that deep into it, but like I'm just gonna keep it short. But Garp could easily become admiral. He turned down that position many times. Because he doesn't want to do the paperwork and all that.
I was about to say, right? So, in the anime, like when it happened, like when we first watched it in Marineford, right? Yeah. I generally thought, like, again, I still don't really like where Garp stands in all this. Like in terms, like I still feel like you should. If you're gonna start a fight after, you should have done something.
That's what I mean. Like, he had the chance.
I understand people like saying like, he was a Marine. I'm like, well then stick with your choice. You know, stick with your choice. So that was going to happen. Your actions were going to come to that anyway.
I think it made it worse as well that we had also seen Marines like Smoker, who weren't completely by the book. Mm-hmm. So, we were all kind of just waiting for Garp to jump in.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
he done it too late.
He done too late. Smoker and Fujitora are very much like that. They're not really.
You also forget Aokiji as well.
Aokiji.
The whole reason why he left the Marines because he didn't agree with Akainu. He didn't agree with his philosophy.
Yeah, and sorry, the original point before I went on to that tangent, I was trying to make was like when I watched it first time in like the anime and stuff in Marineford, I thought. There's no way Garp's gonna like beat Akainu anyway. I'm like, this man's just like spouting nonsense because he's angry. But then we get like, sorry, I can't remember what chapter it was, but we get that mad chapter where we see like Goldie Roger and Garp, and after that chapter, I'm like, you know what? I think maybe
because the people that we're not gonna spoil it, but like the people they took on
kicked the bucket,
madness. So you have to. That's what I'm saying. Power scale was, I think, Garp. Hands that could easily. Like
I feel like I still know like easy,
to admit,
I think
that Akainu in this time skip has probably got a lot stronger.
I feel that's going to happen.
At that point, I think Garp is taking him easy. Like his hacky is probably on another level.
We also have to remember that Garp is not in his prime either.
Yeah.
But at that age, I still think he can still beat him.
I agree.
I mean, like.
Well, the way I look at it is like look at Whitebeard compared to his prime, and I'm like, he probably powered down a bit, but man, he was still hella strong.
He was the strongest. He was the strongest person in that fight. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and he was probably more ill than what Garp is. You know, like Garp's just old. Like he hasn't actually got like the illnesses and stuff that Whitebeard has. Like,
don't forget, Whitebeard got stabbed, and he still carried on like it was nothing.
Oh my god, he was insane.
And Rayleigh's whole bit with Kizaru also supports the claim that Garp might actually be able to still fight to a decent standard when at Archipelago.
This is old man Rayleigh taking on Kizaru.
Yeah.
Like,
and you would say like based on what we now know about like Prime Garp and Prime Rayleigh, you'd say Prime Garp should win that surely, like second hand.
In that sense, yes, in that sense,
could be wrong, but
the scaling is a lot different back then, and we don't actually know 100% how.
No, this is what I mean. Like,
they were, but we know like they were stronger than whatever it is currently.
And it's like this is what I mean though. It's like exactly what you were saying, Luca, right? About how you think that Akainu is going to get much stronger now after the time skip, because I feel like he has to. Like, I'm not
definitely has to.
To match with the others.
Yeah, like he was getting whooped around by Whitebeard, right? Like that basically means to me, like I'm not saying Kaido's as strong as Whitebeard. I still think he was like weaker.
Yeah.
But that still says to me like pre-time skip Akainu would lose to Kaido, right? Yeah. So if you have someone like Luffy. I don't know how I forgot Luffy's name, but like Luffy or someone beating Kaido, say in this arc, right? Say he becomes Emperor level. Then that just means so he's beaten Emperor, so he's just gonna like just destroy Akainu next time he sees him if he hasn't improved. So,
I mean, we also have to remember. I mean, as much as I hate Akainu, but Akainu and Aokiji fought each other, and that was probably like the biggest battle experience he had in that time skip. I'd love that to be animated, but like
one day we'll see it. I'm sure.
That fight went on for like a couple of days without having any breaks, and that's what I'm saying. Like that was the level of training. Oh, it wasn't training, but you know what I mean. You get a lot of experience from that.
He probably got a lot stronger from that.
Just from that fight alone, because technically he won't be out because obviously he'd be in the Marine headquarters most of the time skip, wouldn't he? Because obviously he has to be in charge of the whole Navy.
Yeah.
Of the Marines.
I don't know when, but I think eventually in one of the later arcs we are going to see like Aokiji and Akainu's kind of backstory, because we've seen Aokiji in like the Robin flashback and stuff.
Yeah.
But there will be more about Aokiji. I feel he's got a bigger role to play by the end. Same with
Aokiji's sense of justice is completely different from what the Marines want. So that's what I can't wait to find out more about that.
No, but in conclusion, do we all agree about Garp?
Yeah, Garp.
Garp is having him.
Yeah,
Garp is having him now.
Yeah, Garp.
But still,
that's
fuck
4-0 to Garp. It's still fuck Garp. It's still fuck Akainu, but
but I have more hate for Akainu in general because
definitely
just fucking
definitely because it was like you were saying
Akainu is just a bad person, whereas Garp is conflicted because he's been in the Navy his whole life.
It's kind of like what Jordan said though. If he's gonna if you didn't want to get involved in the first place,
if you're gonna stick with the Navy,
yeah.
You either choose family or you
don't
choose your
regret
sense of justice.
after.
Yeah, and you stick to that. That's the thing. Yeah. Oh man.
My thing, I think I think another reason why it's like I get annoyed with Garp, because if that's Luffy, I think Garp's stepping in.
Maybe. I don't know, honestly. At that point, I think now, if it happened again, he'd definitely do it, because I think he regrets Ace.
I don't know. He would have been closer with Ace, wouldn't he? Because he was Roger's son.
And the whole vow and everything, to look after him, that kills me.
I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
But then, Luffy's his grandson, isn't it? So, yeah.
But he still treats Ace as his grandkid as well.
Yeah. Man.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
But moving on anyway.
Yep. Sorry. Probably said too long on that section, but that was a good chat. Right. I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet, but meme of the week, boys.
All right.
I have gathered lots of memes, and I'm gonna put on this chat.
I will. So I'm gonna screen share it from
You're
my end.
gonna do it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna see if this works.
But you're gonna have to for the others. Are you gonna have the others got the images? Put it on Discord for them, and then and then I will show on the
very technical.
Okay.
So
should I do it one at a time, or should I just post them all?
Do one at a time. Then it won't spoil it. But the first one, but the first one is the Piccolo one. Yeah.
Yeah, first one's pretty tame. I feel we'll start with this one. But I'm putting it in the general chat.
We're gonna spend literally a minute on each of these or whatever. We don't want to spend too
the
many
cake memes are incredible. I love this one. There are too many Dragon Ball ones, but I love them all. The next one is extremely cursed. I don't really like it myself.
Yeah.
But I'm if I've got to see it, you guys got to see it. There you go. Everything is cake. Everything is cake. I wish I could have found that video.
Oh, okay. Oh god, Doritos.
I wish I could have found. There was a video on Twitter today where it was the one thing everyone thought was cake, and it was a balloon or something, or air, and it just exploded, and everyone was the one thing we thought wasn't cake is finally cake. Isn't cake.
Yeah. Oh god. The Dorito one is done pretty well. I'm not gonna lie.
This one's one of my favorites.
It's done really well.
It's incredible craftsmanship. I like this one because this actually spoils the ending of One Piece. But sorry, guys, this is
Oh, is this the next one? Oh my god! Cake quake! Oh my god!
This is that. I think this is actually Roronoa is going to get the cake fruit, and that's how he beats Mihawk and becomes.
No, it's after severe training with Big Mum. That's what it is. Severe training with Big Mum and Prospero. That's it.
Right.
I love how it says you have finally surpassed me at the end of
Right. This one is the one that made he accidentally opened it and Emon made Emon cringe.
It's just not very. Yeah.
So it's a two-part. This one.
Yeah. So
I hate this
one. I don't like this one already.
Yeah. this one made me crazy.
Nah.
And then when you cut it,
I'm not sure how I feel about that one.
Like, okay, I showed the cake panel as well, and it's. I'm sorry, but I'm going to move on to the next one. I don't
even like the way he holds it because it still looks like the way he holds it.
I want the next. I like this one.
It still looks like it's got all like the squidginess to it. Like,
that's it. Yeah, right. Next one, right?
I like this one.
Right. This one's pretty standard, but I like it.
It's standard, but the meaning behind it, if you watch Demon Slayer.
So,
oh god.
He was not one with the cake. And then
next one.
I found another Dragon Ball one.
This one's just a stat. I've seen this so many times, but like the friggin' Freezer.
I know. It had to be
Freezer, of course. No. I've seen this one. I've seen this one and the Trunks one.
Like, oh my god, yeah, I've seen that one. I should have fucking saved that one. Wait, but no, there you go. 2 Dragon Ball ones for the Dragon Ball fans out there.
Yeah, alright, and then move on to the next one. Oh god.
This one mixes 2 memes together, and I like it a lot. It's One Piece related, so I mean, and it's
Big Mom. Here we go.
I kind of wish I kind of wish they had the quote "wedding cake" on it.
Wedding cake. Yeah. Wait.
They've missed a big opportunity there not to put wedding cake on it.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
That would have taken it to probably the best one here. If
this one's kind of deep, but it also combines with another meme. I think everyone's seen it.
Yeah, we see something. Are you a cake son, Dad? This one's really dark. This one's quite.
That one's got me.
I
love that. That one's good.
Alright,
do you know what it made me think of? You know, in Attack on Titan.
Oh no! I'm moving on.
Wait.
That one's good.
Oh no, this is like reverse. What the hell?
I'm about to say Uno reverse card. Let's go, boys.
It's like Uno. This is Uno. Oh my god! I don't know how
that
I'd
one's
feel.
Even more disturbing.
I don't know how I'd feel if I cut a cake and I saw that.
If I saw like steak.
I found like another one, but I couldn't find it again when I went to make this video. It's gutted.
No.
Incredible.
Oh
I know it's one of my favourites.
I just saw the next one.
Yeah. And then this is the final one. Right?
Oh my god! I can't believe you just done that.
This one isn't cake at all, by the way. I just thought everyone deserved to see it.
I can't believe you just done that.
Are you winning?
Oh no, that's the best one. That's the best one.
I can't believe you just done that.
I'm not gonna lie. That Hohenheim is well detailed. Like
that Hohenheim is
impressive.
Whoever this is put work in. Has put work into this.
If he put the same amount of effort in Hohenheim as he did the circle.
The transmutation circle,
yeah, if you put the same amount of effort in that.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I know some of those were pretty weak, right? But that's what I found for this week. We'll try and keep it up. See what else I can find next week.
The Are You a Cake Son one is the best.
I know. Thank you.
That is the best one. Are you a cake son?
I hope that I also like anything that I saw and that I was disgusted by. I hope you were equally disgusted by.
That was.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think the worst one's the chicken one.
The chicken
one.
I
was not a fan of the whole chicken breast thing. Like, it just
that's
it's too raw. It's too raw. Like.
Oh god.
Where's the lamb?
As Lou described, too squidgy.
Yeah, too squidgy.
Alright, that was meme of the week.
That was meme of the week. All the cakes, all the Are You Winning Sons. I wish I could have found more of them, but by the time I was looking, that meme had started dying out. But cakes are still everywhere. So, right. Anyway, thank you. We're moving on to the recommendation of the week. So our recommendation, it could be a series, it could be something that just come out.
Could be a game.
Could be a game, yeah. Yeah, anything. Like we recommend playing, recommend watching, recommend reading. So this week, our recommendation of the week is the Ace novel, which come out, was it? It must be like a week ago.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. But finally, we've all read it. Yep, there it is.
Recommend it.
We all of us being One Piece fans, and obviously, as we said before, Ebon being a massive Ace stan, and same with Luca. It was always obviously a must buy, but we read it and it was pretty damn good. What did you think of it, Luca?
I thought it was like it hurt. Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly,
it was definitely feels.
Knowing what we know and when you get to the end, especially those last couple of pages.
That hurt.
It made me feel a certain way.
It was hype, but it hurt. But no, even like at the beginning, like how the Spade Pirates formed, how Ace got like the devil fruit. Like finally seeing all that stuff revealed was just amazing. I think
it's written in like typical One Piece style as well. Like the jokes.
The jokes. Like you could see it in your head, couldn't you? Like the people saying that, like the panels, the anime scene, like you could imagine it, which is also why we all really want to imagine.
You could imagine it very well.
Yeah, there was a certain bit when they're leaving and they're on the boat, and I visualized what he said about how he saw Ace putting his hat on and everything. I visualized that in like the anime. Like that's the first thing I saw.
The whole book is like narrated by his first mate, Juice.
It'll be
and his insights.
This guy here.
His insights into Ace's like character and his like emotional battles are like so well done.
I thought it was pretty funny how they first met. The whole that was brilliant. Although I do need to give a shout out to Isuka. She's a really good
queen.
Like, honestly,
why is she not in the anime?
She should be in the anime. Honestly, she's so good.
Give her the
so I was saying to Jordan, without giving too much away, in case anyone like people read it.
Sorry, I should be.
You know, Deuce's like goal, what he wanted to do, like what he's doing while he's on the ship.
Oh right,
yeah. He's recording his adventures.
Yeah.
He's basically like a transcriber kind of thing.
But I want them to like say it in the anime or like reference it, because I feel like the book that he's writing is literally just Ace's story. Like it's literally. And like what we're reading is his
it's his perspective. You kind of like read it in his,
like
we don't actually know his voice.
You're reading he's written it as if we're actually in their world and we're reading his adventure, like the book that he wanted to write. Which I thought was cool. Like it's such a good
I thought it was really good
idea. That
Oda and like
the Oda and Hinata, I think it is. I think that was the person.
Show Hinata.
He done a terrific job. Like they really, like everyone said, they really captured the One Piece essence of it. Like it really fits into the world. It makes us all like really wish that we saw more of them. And like when the whole Marineford stuff was going down, like definitely. We saw more of like, the Spade Pirates reactions, and they had to be there.
Not even just the Spade Pirates, just Isuka. If she was there, like
if she, of course, but
I mean, there's gonna be. This is a 2-part series, so we still have one.
Oh, there's still gonna be another volume.
So hopefully we get some clarity over what happens to everyone.
Get a more. This is more like the formation and everything, isn't it? And then like the last chapter, which was a good chapter. But that was more like focusing on Ace. But it was good.
I was gonna say if you're watching Wano, there's a flashback with Otama and Ace, and in that flashback you actually see Teach or Mihao, or as he's called.
Mihao.
This is I love Teach.
This is don't get confused with Blackbeard. Like,
it's a different Teach. It's spelled differently.
Luca
it's spelled Teachers and Teacher.
Like, because I was like, no way is Teach actually spelled like that. He's like, and I was like, damn. I was like, how did I not know that the whole time? But no, But no,
there's like character diagram or drawings at the back.
I was
and some bonus pages as well.
I think me and Luca were saying how diverse the crew is. Like that is a sick.
I like the character designs were done really well. Skull's another really cool one because he's like.
But what is it, Luca?
He's just a hoarder.
What was the races? It was like Fishman.
So there's a Fishman called Wallace.
Kotatsu, the animal.
The long arm, the long arm tribe.
Kotatsu is a lion.
But even like you said, Luca, like the long arm tribe, everything. No,
he's not a lion.
Very diverse crew.
Lima, sorry. So he's a lynx. Well, close enough.
Same cat family.
Cat family. Yeah.
No, but yeah, I just thought the crew was so sick. I was like, I wish we saw.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's the only right. If I had the criticism, and it's not actually a bad one, right? It's that I wish it was longer and they had a couple more chapters because I wanted to see
I just want it animated.
I wanted it animated, but it was like, for example, like obviously they meant to do it, but it jumped quite a bit from like you literally met Juice, and then it jumps. It's like, oh, he's got a whole crew.
Yeah,
so
it's split out.
You didn't really get to see how he met them.
Yeah, like they give like little brief explanations and stuff.
But we didn't get much character development from the.
Yeah, and then when I got to the end, and
only really
like...
Skull and Mihal. That's it.
Yeah, like... but then it's like that's what I mean. Like then I got to the end of the book, and and obviously Oda and that has like. Yeah, they have like, so many different characters and stuff.
They have they have like small character profiles for everyone.
Profiles and stuff. Yeah, and I'm like, what? I'm like, I wish we got more in depth about these characters, you know?
As well, yeah.
But no, other than that, like I thought it was really good. I thought the new characters that they added are amazing. Like they're not even like new. I think they're always there. Because I heard like I've seen screenshots. Not the Wano one. The Wano one's new. I actually didn't know that, Luca. But like other ones where they had like you say like characters in the background that are apparently like meant to be like Juice and stuff like that. But yeah,
I've never seen Juice, to be fair.
Yeah, so I like, oh man, but
read it.
Yeah, I would
buy
like
it.
Yeah. If
at the end of the day,
if you like Ace, you'll love it. Yeah,
you will love it. It's worth
just
it.
make
if
sure.
you want to learn more about Ace as well, like it's really good. Like his character gets fleshed out a lot.
Yeah, it does.
He's not just an older Luffy. He is different.
He's a lot different. He's a lot, and he got. And you have to remember, Ace got to the New World a lot quicker. The way the way they jump from one thing to another, you'll see how it transitions quickly.
Yeah.
I think one recommendation on top of the recommendation of the book is that if you actually have any feelings and you're not a serial killer, have a box of tissues with you just in case.
It'll hit, and it'll make you miss. It'll make you miss Ace even more.
Ace, yeah.
This book hit me hard. It really hit me hard.
Yeah.
This is why I also don't want to see Isuka in the anime because I'll just cry.
But at the same time, I really want.
I do want to see her. Yeah, I really want to see her.
I really want that what if story, and
honestly.
Well, if they ever do like a proper episode of this one,
Ace and stuff, but like honestly, like I actually say like an adaptation, like a manga and anime adaptation. I feel like it will.
I think they could. I think it will happen. It's similar to the Naruto ones.
It would be most likely
like with Shikamaru's side story and stuff.
But that was more in. They put that as a arc, like as in the last one. And this one I think would be like an OVA separate thing.
What so mad why they do that? Like because they done the episode of Luffy and everything and stuff like that. I feel like they'll do it.
They have to.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't know. It could be years down the line though.
But
and then you've got the law one coming out as well. Same law story.
I can't wait. I don't think it'll be like as emotional as the Ace one, to be fair.
I don't know. It depends if it covers his backstory.
Like,
but with Ace, it's because I'm not gonna.
You know his fate. You know his fate.
Yeah. So it's like.
But at the same time,
you know where his story already ends.
Yeah, but for me, personally, as like a big lore stan, I am very much looking forward to that and like seeing more about like the North Blue. Maybe how he met Beepo. Oh my god. Okay. I hope I see that. I get my hopes up too much about that, honestly. But yeah,
I know more than me. I'd really like to see another flashback with Corazon when he's with Corazon hunting for a cure. I'd like to see another flashback.
That would be sick. Yeah,
with them two.
Yeah.
But if we wrap this up.
Yeah, that's fine. I think for the Ace novel, I think it's safe to say everyone gave it like a 10 out of 10, right? Like
No, not 10 out of 10. 11, 12 out of 10. I don't give
10.
I'm like,
no, but
honestly, read it.
Yeah, read it. If you're a One Piece fan, or especially if you're an Ace stan, definitely read it. You will not regret that purchase. A great short story. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, might as well wrap it up now. Thank you for watching. If you come this far, I hope you enjoyed our discussions and our chats. If you want to see more of like us, like we said before, reacting to certain episodes, reviewing certain series, please check out our channel at Talk Time Anime, where we go more in depth. Also, if you want to see discussion videos, and if you want to see our past podcast, because there's one before this one, you can also find that on the channel. and hopefully, or on our SoundCloud. Also follow our Insta, Twitter, or Facebook to keep up to date. We'll be posting stuff on there and like interacting with people. Like, we'd like to see your opinions on the Ace novel, the episodes we're reacting to and stuff.
If you have any ways we could improve the podcast, feel free to critique us in any way. We're gonna try to improve it every time. We do
new topics, new what's the word, sections and stuff. Cool. Okay, so with all that being said, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
So yeah.
Peace.
See ya.